Okay.
Hey guys, hi.
Yeah,
my
yo.
name is Fundiswa. Here with my hubby.
Hi guys, Sandanan Dumelang. I go by the name of Tabiso Panda, aka Tabillionaire, aka Soulman, aka Brutus. On all social media platforms, search me with my title, Tabiso Panda.
Anyway, we are a young couple based in Johannesburg, parents to a beautiful baby girl, Azania Banda. I'm 25, Tabiso.
And I'm 20 something, guys.
And he's 27. So we are basically...
I'm your uncle.
We're basically a young couple and young parents, basically. So we have a set of questions that we're just gonna ask each other, and we're gonna answer those set of questions. So I'll ask you.
And we are married, guys. This is my wife.
Oh, we are married. We are traditionally married. So brothers took out Lobola in December.
That's who we are. We are the Bandaz.
The Bandaz.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awkward. Anyway, so I'm gonna ask the questions and I'm gonna answer first, and then my husband will answer. Will follow.
Sorry, we've got a daughter in the video.
We have it in the video.
She doesn't want to sleep, guys. So bear with us from time to time. We have to attend her. Babe, back to work.
Okay. So the first question reads as follows. As a couple, how has the lockdown impacted your behavior with each other? I'd like to add a disclaimer that I haven't been here, which is our place, because of Butsweti. So for the past 3 months, I haven't been here. So this is like a month. We've been here for a month.
Literally.
Yeah.
A month and a half. I'm counting.
To be quite honest, I take this lockdown as a blessing because we get to work on each other's vices. We get to see, oh my god, this guy is actually annoying, or this guy is actually amazing.
Is this the longest you've spent with one another?
I think this is the longest face to face in each other's faces.
Had a billion fights.
Yes, we've had a billion fights. Yes, there will be fights, there will be disagreements, but it's never disagreements about, you didn't do the dishes.
I'd be like, guess, let's do quick as we can, you know? Because I'm also supposed to have my say on one point.
Sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, so it hasn't been as drastic because we just came back with each other. We're
be yourself,
still the
sorry.
same. Sharp.
Be comfortable.
We're still the same with each other, I think. We do have those fights. It's just that we're in each other's space, which I enjoy personally, and sometimes we do have disagreements, but it hasn't really impacted, it hasn't had a drastic impact on our relationship or how I view him. Yeah.
Okay, how has this lockdown thingy my Bobby impacted my behavior? Baby, you didn't ask me the question, so I'm just gonna go in it.
So how has this lockdown impacted your behavior with each other?
So this is the longest time we've spent every day, all day, no movement with each other. I'm very, very grateful for it, Mina. It's helped us bond more than anything. It's eliminated third parties and so forth. You know, I'm working from home. Fundis is still on maternity, so there's no leaving the house. We here, and we literally basically just catching up and starting a new life with our daughter, because last year we didn't have her. It was just us. Then, like she said, they were gone for 3 months. They back, so we are starting a new life together. And behavior, it's taught us a lot. It's taught us to communicate. It's taught us to share and connect with each other. So just to round it off, it's grown us as partners, and our behavior has been, we've learned to appreciate each other, we've learned to cherish each other. I'm not a speaking person. Fundiswa has opened this new channel in me that she wants me to engage with her. Okay, I said you should be quick, but I'm not. So I think I'm just going to cut it there. I'm pretty much sure this whole thing will sum itself up as we go.
Alright, thanks, Dr. Phil. Second question. Since you guys started living together, have you ever had certain roles assigned to each other? Well, we have never.
Kinda.
No, not really. Not intentionally.
Not intentionally.
Not
due
intentionally.
to circumstance.
I think I know, for example.
But we don't have fixed roles.
Yeah, like in terms of finances.
That's the
never
only place where we could say we have a role.
Yeah, it's never something that we sit down and said, you need to take care of this, I need to take care
so
of
basically we take things as they come, guys, with full precaution to priorities and what's important.
Yeah, but we have never assigned stuff to each other.
No, not at all.
It basically was like freelancing.
Not at all.
If you could call it that. So I know, for example, with chores, I know I have to do the dishes because Tabiso is not really a fan of dishes.
See why I married her.
He knows that I'm not a fan of cooking, so he likes to cook and he enjoys cooking. I would rather clean, basically. He's a great cook. He's a great cook. You really do. I'm a fan. I would clean the house. I would make it spick and span, but just don't give me pots. I don't like cooking. I want to learn, but I really don't like it. So those are certain roles that we didn't really sit down and say, hey dude, because you don't do this, let's do this. It's just a freelancing. When I do cook, I have to cook, I cook. When he has to help me out with chores, he does that as well. So it's never been a thing of assignment. It's just been freelancing. Can you please ask the third question, babe?
Oh, damn, I'm a bad reader. So, number 3, what is the best way to solve an argument between the two of you? Okay.
Can I start?
Yeah.
What is the best way to solve an argument?
An argument between the two of you.
To be quite honest, we still haven't mastered that. I think.
No, you're right.
It's still a journey and it's still a process, and it's still tough. You can't say you master an argument, because even in your head when you say, no, we're going to take it as a discussion, or we're not going to fight about it, it always ends up as a fight. But we have been trying to look at the problem differently and find better solution to resolving the problem. So yeah, what about you?
Okay, what's the question again?
The question is, what is the best way to solve...
What is the best way to solve an argument between us?
Between the two of you.
Well, I'll be diplomatic about it. I don't believe in the word argument. Argument don't get solved. We have discussions. When you argue, you always go back and forth, and it's an argument. So we're at a phase now. We've implemented a thing. We discuss, and you have to live and breathe discussions with your partner, and that's what I'm doing. I'm done arguing. I'm done arguing. So yeah, we discuss and we agree to disagree, and at the end of the day, we have to compromise and come down with a common solution, you know. So that's how you resolve arguments. You have to discuss until you get a common solution.
But just to also sum it up, I think we didn't answer it accurately.
Mm-hmm.
We have started attending therapy, which we think...
Which is another way of handling arguments and discussions.
Because we don't always have...
Eliminate the term argument, discussions.
Okay, but we don't always have it together, and sometimes, because we've never been married before, and sometimes you need people to guide you, and you need So
Fundiswa doesn't compromise.
It's not the platform for that.
Ngumalume ngimdala.
Anyway, question 4. What is the biggest rule in your household?
What is the biggest rule?
Yeah.
Umnyango uvalwa ngo-3 p.m. ntambama.
I think the biggest rule in a relationship for me, once again, is communication. Like, tell me, uyapuma, uya shop. Tell me, because
I've found it hard to adapt to that.
Yeah, because something
honestly,
can happen, God forbid, and you are not in the know of what your partner's doing. And I think people have this negative thing going on about communicating with your partner that you're in control. It's not about control, but it's just knowing each other's whereabouts. You know?
Okay. Can I go?
Mm-hmm.
Our other biggest rule in our relationship is transparency. Transparency. So we don't hide anything. Even the smallest of things, they matter, because if you sweep them under the carpet, they always come back to haunt you, you know. So yeah, transparency, guys, is very, very key.
All right. So 5th question, since the lockdown has started, how have you kept touch with friends and family?
Oh, I'll tell you how.
Can I answer this one? I really, okay, we are always on WhatsApp with friends and family. And now that we have a baby, it's imperative for us to keep in contact with our families and our friends. Because sometimes you need to find out, hey, the baby has this, what do I do when this happens, you know? But also, I not to say that I'm not a big fan of family, but I communicate when I can. I don't forget about them per se, but I'm not a big family person like Utabiso is. Like Utabiso would call them every day consistently. If I spoke to you once a week, I'm Nandi, like I'm sorted. So we still keep in contact, obviously, because we are new parents, and we still need to like find out about certain things as about the baby. So WhatsApp, call each other every now and then. Yeah.
I think you spoke for the both of us. That was long. So what's it again?
Since the lockdown has started, how have you kept touch with friends and family?
Well, it's pretty simple, guys. We don't have family members in our area. I've cut down on all of my friends. I've dedicated my time to these 2 wonderful women and my family. So I've cut down on friends. I can't even think of when last I've spoken to a friend. But I call my family frequently, like from time to time. So like I create a time whereby, like in a day, and then I just give them that 30 minutes, and then or an hour or whatever it takes. I just call like 6 of my family members, balandelana, in that order. You know, I communicate with everybody kakulu on WhatsApp. And yeah,
and the fact that
like, I text a lot.
Our complex doesn't allow visits. It's like there's strict
WhatsApp and phone calls.
But I'm just saying, Uti, the reason why, like, some people still are able to move. Maybe banbanune permits and they can come. Unfortunately, we have strict rules that are complex.
Works for me.
And it makes it difficult. But WhatsApp, phone calls is what keeps us going. You can't do that.
I'm sorry. Sorry, baby.
What does your partner mean to you? Each describe.
You want me to start?
I can start.
Shoot.
A friend. A support structure. Oh my God, I'm having a nervous breakdown. I want to speak to you. And he would be the first person I would think of if if that scenario would happen in my life. A confidant, person I can trust. He means he is to me what the sun is to the moon.
Oh my God.
But on a serious note, my partner means a lot to me.
Wow.
He's family, man. He's my bro. He's a family member and he's very close to my heart. What does your partner mean to you?
Well, my partner means everything, man. Yeah, I can just say everything.
Okay.
Okay, ngiyadlala. Very important. Fundis was my friend, guys. She's my friend. She's a reflection of God to me. She is everything good. When they say heaven on earth, that's what she means to me. She's my happiness. She's my peace. She's my comforter. She's my motivator. I'm work, guys. Like, I'm the workest guy ever. But she's my cheerleader, and she always makes me feel good, man. So I was right. She's always. Challenges are challenges.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, so she's my pillar, and she's my all, dog. My wife and kid.
Okay, cut it. Following question: what would you say makes your love grow stronger?
This. See that's the magic, guys.
I think Tavis is gonna say 6, but my answer would be transparency. I love having, like, our relationship is a type of relationship where, like, even when you're with your bros, ne, and then you have a secret within the bros, and it doesn't have to be awkward when I'm there because like, I already know about it. So for me, it's, what's the question again?
Wait.
What would you say makes your love stronger? I think the friendship.
What? Wait. What were you talking about?
Anyway, I think the friendship that we have, I think we are having the friendship
and
or the
transparency,
tight
like
bond,
you were saying.
But nothing defeats friendship.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a friend and somebody, this means it's an umbrella term for everything. It's a person you can trust. It's a person that you can rely on. It's a person. Remember what that doctor was talking about? Having a love map, or when you have a friend in a lover, it makes it much easier. So that's what makes our love grow for me. The friendship.
So the question is, what makes your love grow stronger? I think it's the commitment, guys. The respect, and she's right. I would say sex, affection. We constantly check in with each other. We care for one another, and like she said, friendship. So to me, like, we are family, and what makes us stronger, our love stronger, through the worst case scenario, it's conflict resolution. Is that a word?
Yeah, why would you say something you don't know?
Resolving conflict. That's what I meant.
But wrap it up. What makes
it's stronger? Just checking in on each other, caring, loving, and just being open, guys, and transparent. Like, we're not uptight.
It's boring.
We're a modern family, yo.
Okay, following question. Since the lockdown, what is the one thing you have learned about your partner?
Damn.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've learned, finally, right? I've learned that my partner, I knew she was stubborn. I just didn't think she was this stubborn. So
you haven't learned it?
I have.
No.
What do you mean? I knew she was stubborn before lockdown.
Yes,
But
it's not something new that you've learned.
I've just learned that in her stubbornness, she is not willing to negotiate, nor compromise, nor meet you halfway.
That's still stubbornness.
So once Fundiswa's mind is made up, she could be going the wrong way, and you like, hey, and she's like, there's nothing you can't tell her. So I've learned to...
What new thing have you learned? Because that's not a new thing.
It is. I've learned a character that you have. I've learned a trait that you have in you, which is going to help me going forward to not have arguments with you. I've learned that she likes sushi jokes. What have you learned?
That's a difficult one.
I'm boring. I don't have new things, guys.
I'm trying to think beyond
the face value.
arguments.
What else have I learned about you? Well, guys, we always together. With the lockdown, during lockdown, I've honestly learned that you don't, once your mind is made up, and once you believe in something, it's right for you. I can never convince you otherwise.
Let's think about the good.
That's a good trait, because I embrace it.
I've learned that Utaris is a big procrastinator.
I'm a very, 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 very big procrastinator, guys.
And I've learned
because I juggle a lot of things.
I gave you a chance.
I'm talking about me.
Yeah, but the question is being answered by me.
But this is our platform.
Dog.
I represent you. Can
allow
I
me to
represent
talk.
you?
Can you allow me to talk? So you're a big procrastinator, and I've realized how he shuts himself off emotionally. Like this guy.
Can you talk about positive?
It's a positive trait. No, it's not.
It is.
It's something that you can work on.
I'm playing with you.
So I've learned that he shuts himself emotionally, and you have to fair to hide again. You know?
I'm a scatty, guys.
But he doesn't like being emotional, and I'm a girl. I like talking.
The boys focused. Nothing can stop their
So yeah, that's what I've learned.
What number is this? 8.
That's number 8.
Let's wrap it.
Number 9. What is your biggest worry?
We didn't have guidelines. We don't know how long or short this video is supposed to be.
What is your biggest worry during this pandemic? Each describe.
Oh my gosh, guys, like there's people living in the shacks. Oh my gosh, like there's people who don't have jobs. Is it?
You can't.
I'm a comedian.
It needs to start
But I'm a
fresh.
comedian.
But that's really.
But I'm a comedian. No, I'm a comedian, guys, by trade.
No,
I'm a comedian.
No, he's not. Anyway, I think the biggest worry during this pandemic is job losses more than anything else. The reality is, it's. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties of economy and whatnot, but the reality is so many people are not going to make it out of this financially okay, and it's saddening, it's disheartening, and I think for me that's the biggest worry, because if it were to happen to me, I'd be devastated. I mean, not having a salary coming in, having to take care of little ones, especially now that I have a baby, it's something that came into light, and it's disheartening and it's saddening. What is it for you?
Okay, this is a whole subject on its own that could that could go on for as long as this video has been going on. But I'll just be brief. I'm a political person. I've got my political interest a bit. So politically, looking at our government and stuff, with the lockdown and everything, people, job losses. I'm not going to touch on job losses because she's already touched it.
What's your worry?
My biggest worry is the poor, guys. Poor people, they're like 6 people in one shack. You know what I mean? And they all over, and they don't have sanitizers. They don't have the means. My biggest problem is the commuters having to be in a taxi. And because you have to go to work and get that salary so you can, make ends meet. But that's just my broader thinking, My personal problem, honestly, I'm worried about, about bringing this pandemic, bringing this virus home. I'm worried about my baby. It's a big problem for me because every time I go to get bread and stuff, and it's just so difficult.
Covered with the blood of Jesus.
Glory. But to sum it off, I'm just worried about how our people are taking this. Our people, I'm worried about my problem with them. I'm worried because our people, guys, are more scared. They fear the lockdown more than the virus itself. So we are frustrated by this lockdown must end.
Because people don't have means.
But yet a lot of people, I hope I don't say this in any wrong way. A lot of people ekasi, guys. But bapaya bakokasi. I speak with my friends, I speak with my cousins, I speak with my relatives. People are free and they're going on with their lives like there's nothing to it, That's a very, 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 very big problem for me.
Okay, number 10. Finally, let's talk about our presidency. How do you guys feel about how they have handled this pandemic?
One, I think bekungamelanga ba shut it down a country immediately.
When were they supposed to shut it down?
I think now the stages that they are implementing, it's what they should have started with. Reason being, a lot of firms have already crashed. A lot of firms have already shut down because they couldn't afford to pay rent and their staff. SAA, for example. You know what I'm saying?
Well, SAA was already
For example.
So it was already bankrupt.
Okay, cool. Number 2, I'm not sure about the soldier thing, man. They're harassing our people.
I think I need to touch on that.
I think they should be given specific tasks.
No, but the sad part is how they are only assigned in townships. Life and Dale, you don't see a soldier.
Never, zero,
no military enforced in white areas and predominantly
in
white areas.
You see, when
so
you are
that
white,
says to us as black people that
but don't be also, let's not be subjective.
It's not being subjective. The honest truth is that they're only deployed in townships. So what is the government saying?
And my problem with that's all.
They only deployed in townships. People are going to retaliate if you fight me. I mean, no man, if you a soldier, no one wants to be asked with an attitude because we all know what authority does.
You are
to
being
people.
asked by a security.
You know what I mean? And it annoys me.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is that why are they only deployed? Yes.
But how do you feel they handle the pandemic in general over and above the soldiers?
I think it's great. It could have went out of hand like in other countries, but it had to happen basically. But
I think it's not fair. They should have we need substitutes, guys. We need a drive-through for alcohol.
That's the least of our problems. We have a pandemic in our hands.
Yeah, but
alcohol is the least of your problems.
Okay, guys.
Anyway, I just have a problem with the deployment of military only in the township, as if people in the township are rebellious.
Beyond that,
but I think it's a great thing. Like, even if it would go for a full year, like, we need to understand that we're dealing with something we cannot see, and at the end of the day, certain cautions or certain precautions need to be taken, which is this. Still, the saddest part is that still the numbers are going up because people still feel like, hey, we need to, like, it's a non-existing enemy.
Endemic or enemy.
And it is existing.
Challenge. Okay, guys, that's a wrap for tonight. For this evening, we hope Sean gives us more features on about these things. It also helped us bond today.
Yeah, damn.
And this is something we've been looking forward to, Sean. So yeah, I gotta holla, man. This is your boy Tabillionaire signing off.
And the big deal.
Proudly brought to you by Sean. I don't know what he calls himself.
Let the baby fall. Why
Let the
don't
baby
you?
fall. I'm a bad parent. I wanna close it. Say bye. Say bye.